please can help me, man. Please help me right now, dude. Please, man, I need the help. Please stop doing this to me, man. Please, dude. Stop making me lose over and over again, dude. Please, please, Jagex. I'm begging you guys, man. Please stop doing this to me, man.
Jagex sometimes kinda makes me wanna go skydiving. Without a parachute, of course. It's real bad right now. It is real bad. The context of that clip was a guy who just lost billions of GP in Oldschool Runescape to community staking, I guess is the phrase people like to use these days, aka Gamba, or I guess budget Las Vegas. I don't know, call it however you want to call it. My point is, it's getting out of control. How bad is it? The scale of this is real big, and if you can't quite grasp it, think about the size of your mother and scale it down. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make jokes in this video. It's a very serious topic. I just have to meet the quota of 5 bad jokes per video. Otherwise, people just aren't gonna comment how awful my content is. Luckily, we're on our way there. Whether you have any sympathy for the guy you saw 30 seconds ago or not, and many others who have gone so far down the rabbit hole for few meaningless pixels, that's not up to me to say, but goddamn, this is hard to watch. And the bottom line here is, these people are addicts and Jagex has full control over this, yet they haven't made any inclusive decisions to fix this so far. Whether it's their inability to completely have this under control or just the route they're taking where they try to ignore the root of this problem as long as possible, and honestly it doesn't even matter. It's a disease and definitely something that on paper sounds very illegal. Okay, now I feel like before we go into this, I need to make this very clear. I am not smart, so take everything I say in this video with a grain of salt and use your own intuition to make logical conclusions on this topic. Also, here's a free kiss. Mwah. Love ya. The year is 1998. RuneScape is almost born. Wait, never mind, scroll forwards. The year is 2013. RuneScape is born again for the third time? Fourth time? Who's counting, honestly? Yay! But this time with blackjack and beautiful female human beings. Sorry, I can't say the other word. I need YouTube money. I'm poor content creator now. What I mean by that is we're free from the shackles of Jagex. No more restrictions on who we can trade like we used to back in the day. No more restrictions on who we can hunt in the wilderness where it's literally free for all on your goddamn life. None of that. Just you and your last brain cell. Go wild. And people have been going very wild. The Duel arena used to be a hotspot between the black market Jagex so dearly tries to eliminate and players whose lives kinda depended on this money. Whether it was for good or bad, it's gone now. They removed it not because they so much cared about the addiction problem the Duel arena caused, but because it could go against the only people that actually can do something about this, the UK government. And they started to take interest in Jagex's practices. A few years ago, Jagex went in front of the UK Parliament and they asked, hey, Jaggy Baggy, is Duel arena Gamba or not? And Jagex said, no, because there is skill involved. There's no Gamba in RuneScape. Oh, sweet summer child. See, that's the problem, right? The government doesn't understand RuneScape or gaming in general. They just look at the bigger picture. How can they profit from this? I mean, try to explain community staking to the UK government. So you have this one character who is using a lot of platinum tokens, trading with another character, and they are both usually wearing full Darox, Abyssal Whip, claws, full Verox, sometimes God Swords, depending on the rules. It happens in GE, mostly in PvP worlds. And they trade this middleman who is holding all the tokens. Sometimes the middleman whips out his own gear and people kinda donate to the middleman to fight for him, and all the government hears is blah 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 blah, right? They don't understand the core problem with this pandemic we have going on, where people lose thousands of dollars to chance games, which ruins them financially and more importantly, mentally in many cases. And this isn't some grand news that just popped up. In fact, this has been a thing for years now. It's just that now, since Duel Arena was removed, people who camped on Duel Arena had to find another way to fuel their needs. And the best way to do that is through community staking. Just remove the ground you did it on, which was the Duel Arena, and replace the rules interface with a middleman, who now controls the financial part of this and takes a small cut for it. You remember when Jagex put the 1% tax on Duel Arena to remove some code from the game? Well, nowadays oftentimes that 1% tax goes to one of the biggest streamers in our community, who is the so-called middleman. But the core concept stays the same. So let's go over this briefly and see how we can fix this, because I would hate for Oldschool RuneScape, the game I truly love, to become just another washed up campus site like so many other games have become. Firstly, I went over how it's done already, so let's not dwell on that anymore. There are other methods of doing that, but mostly rely on PvP words, a middleman, or if you trust an enough streamer, this is what you do. You gather donations from your viewers, which could go up to multiple billions of GP, and if you win, you give back their earnings and keep a cut for yourself. Or you front the billions of GP yourself and keep all the earnings, depending on whatever way you want to go. Now, the other problem with that is Twitch is absolutely okay with Canva on their site. In fact, they make a lot of money off it, and advertisers on the platform seem to be okay with this as well. YouTube, on the other hand, absolutely doesn't allow any form of Canva, which is why everyone is on Twitch. Now, there is a counter argument to be made on the individual parts. These are grown men. Who cares how others play the game? Just let them do their own thing, right? Correct. But it was Jagex who said this is against the rules. The people who participate in this know it as well, yet they still do it because they know Jagex can't enforce their own rules. Now, what are the rules? Well, let's hear it from Jagex themselves.
Okay, so this one is a bit more of a community topic, if you will. So Sadude has asked about community staking, which is a trend on Twitch among some streamers these days, whereby they'll be collecting wealth, gold items, what have you, and staking it on stream. And I suppose it's time we told you guys what our stance or opinion is on this. We do not encourage or condone that. It's so close to commission staking, which we've banned people for before. We're currently working on formalizing a rule that's going to outright ban it. So that's basically where we're at. But yeah, we would encourage you to stay away from streams like that, to be involved in it, to participate in any way whatsoever. We will be putting an end to that with pretty severe repercussions.
They did say they are in process of removing this, right? Well, that was recorded in 2019, 3 years ago. Yep. Has anything changed? Nope. If anything, it's gotten much worse after Duel Arena removal a few months ago. It's like, what are we doing here? Week in, week out, we add in updates while never addressing these issues. Jagex is like, hey guys, you can turn your Ava device from blue to yellow. Okay, Jagex, but what about the $1 million real world trading underground business you have going on in PvP worlds? Hey guys, you wanna do a mystery solver for this Uwu mask? Sorry. Yeah, the mask is cool, Jagex, don't get me wrong. I love the Uwu mask, but we need to deal with this pandemic that is community staking because the game is turning into a slot machine. Okay. I hear you, Kribus. I hear you, concerned player. We have just the answer for you to fix PvP in Oldschool Runescape. Revenant Games Volume 4! Look at these! New weapons that are still work in progress, new stuff, new melee weapons, new... Jagex, please! In my head this sounded a lot more fun. Maybe the problem is me. In any case, it doesn't matter. How can we fix this? Now, the first and foremost rule will be to remove free trading, which is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna remove free trading. We saw how this went 15 years ago. Let's not go over that again. The second best solution is... well, I don't know. I'm honest with you. I really don't know. I'm not a multi-million-dollar corporation and I don't get paid to find solutions. But Jagex does. I guess Duel Arena kinda was the solution, where at least Jagex could somewhat control this and put in-game taxes on it. Maybe the best thing is to turn this problem into a solution with actually making safe minigame where you just do 50-50 hits and Jagex takes a cut for it. It doesn't, however, solve the addiction problem, which I guess is the bigger issue here. Honestly, I wish I had a better answer to this, because no matter what the solution is, someone is gonna be not pleased with it. But it does seem like Jagex doesn't have a solution either, so I guess we're even? I don't know. It's absolutely okay to admit you can't control this, Jagex, but blatantly saying out loud that you are taking serious actions against people who do this and then do absolutely nothing, it's just lies. That's what they are. You're lying to yourself and the community around you. Shifting liability of yourself, Jagex, when you control the Duel Arena onto private individuals who do it themselves now in PvP worlds is not the solution here. Because otherwise we get cases like this where Autoblock does community staking with money worth over $200,000 in bonds right now. And he's only one of the many people who do this. That's why I keep telling that this is a $1 million business, and I'm not lying here. And it's not like Oda is doing anything wrong here. Like I said, it's not up to individual players to be all goody. Who cares what they do? They're all big boys. They know what they're doing. Let them play the game however they want to play. But it's up to Jagex to step in here. The very first clip of this video you saw where a streamer had a mental breakdown because of community staking. 5 weeks before the breakdown, he made an Instagram post saying, "Thank you to kind donator who gave me 50 billion GP so I can pay back the debt I had for almost a year now. Happy to start a new chapter in my life." That's good, right? That is good. He got into debt, got bailed out, and is happy to start a new chapter. That is good. Well, now, 1 month later, he's in debt again to a point where he borrowed more Runescape gold from one of his friends and sold it on black market to buy illegal substances. Yeah, that's what we're at now. And it's not the only example. There are many like that out there. Even though I joke around a lot, it's a serious matter, and I hope Jagex starts to take this more seriously as well for the sake of everyone involved. Because right now it seems Jagex holds mental health issues in high standards only with the rules that fit them rather than all cases. Thank you for watching.